Today we're gonna look at the ALPAKA Flight Satchel. Now, as the name might imply, this is meant to be your in-flight companion, your travel day buddy, but I think that this bag offers so much more than just that. Now, I've had this bag for about 2 months now, and in today's video, I'm gonna tell you what it's been like using this bag. I'm gonna show you all the ins and outs. I'm gonna pack it out for you, give you some pros and some cons, but most importantly, I'm gonna let you know if this bag is worth your hard-earned money. Like always, there's chapter markers down below if you need to skip ahead to a section that's more important to you. But let's start unpacking all of the details of the ALPAKA Flight Satchel. Okay, before we jump quickly into the review, I want to apologize to you. It's been over a year since I've had ALPAKA on the channel, and frankly, that is a damn shame because I personally and my family uses so much ALPAKA gear in our normal everyday carry and everyday lives, and I just need to get more ALPAKA on the channel. Now, I would like to know if there's a specific ALPAKA product you would like me to review. If so, please leave it down in the comments. That way I can try to bring more of the ALPAKA gear onto the channel. Now, one area I think ALPAKA really excels in is the overall look of their gear and their bags, and this one is no exception. Now, satchel's in the name, and it's kind of a mix of a messenger, satchel, purse, kind of all rolled into one. But this is a style of bag that I've seen gain in popularity over the last several years. I have personally used and tested and reviewed the Held Closely Day Bag, which is very similar. And I've also used the Alpha 19er Chio. Now, I didn't formally review it on the channel, but this one shares a lot of similarities to that one, and I have a lot of experience with that one as well. So overall, like a lot of other pieces of gear in their catalog, this flight satchel maintains a very clean and sleek profile. There's no loud branding anywhere on the outside of the bag. The only branding you're gonna find is this small little black tag right there that blends seamlessly into the bag. Now, I think that this bag has taken a lot of its design cues from the Flow Satchel. Now, I've had this one for a really long time, so I think the Flow Satchel came out first. Promise you, I'm gonna review it. But as you can see, they're very similar. Not exactly the same shape, but very similar. I think the Flight Satchel is like a bigger brother to the Flow Satchel. While they're not exactly the same, I see a lot of the same design elements between the two. Now, I have personally purchased a lot of ALPAKA gear with my own money, and I've never had an issue with any of their gear. So when it comes to quality on the Flight Satchel, it's on par with everything else that I've previously owned, what I currently own. There's no misaligned stitching, there's no loose threads. Everything seems really solidly built, really high construction. And in my opinion, I don't think ALPAKA is a budget brand, but I think you get a lot of value for what they charge, and I think this is a prime example of that as well. When inspecting this bag, I saw a lot of things that I liked, like the bar tack stitching reinforced here at the strap. Little things like that just kind of ensure that this bag is going to hold up over time. So from a quality standpoint, there was no major red flags, no areas for concern on this particular bag. So getting into this bag's main compartment, you're met with dual zippers on the main compartment, which is great for left-handed or right-handed people. You have ease of access to get in here. Now, once you're in this bag, you're met with the 150D X Grid polyester ripstop material. It's very nice, it's gray. I love that ripstop pattern, and it gives you a contrasting color so it's easy to find your gear down on the inside. You're not looking into a giant black hole. So one thing I really appreciated on the interior of this bag is ALPAKA's thoughtful organization. Because I've owned a lot of different ALPAKA products, and sometimes ALPAKA has a tendency to go a little bit overboard putting pockets where it doesn't really make sense. So everything on the inside seems pretty well thought out. It does have an internal bottle pocket here on the inside that I don't really like as an internal bottle pocket, but I did find a use for that pocket, and I'll show you when we load this bag out how exactly I found a great use for this pocket in particular, because I think internal water bottle pockets on a bag this size don't really do so well. Of course, you can also carry it just down in the main compartment, but I did find a use for that pocket. Like I said, we'll show you here in just a sec. Now on the back side, you have one large zipper compartment here. No additional organization there, so I love that. It's plenty of room, plenty of space to put bigger items. And then on the other side of the bag, you have your laptop compartment sleeve here. It's got a little bit of padding. You have this Velcro strap to secure it in, and it's made to fit up to a 13-inch MacBook Air. Now, my personal device is a 14-inch MacBook Pro, and I can tell you that 14-inch MacBook Pro will fit on the inside of this laptop sleeve, but it's very tight. So when I say tight, your edges are rubbing on the zippers on the side here to get it in there. It's not fun putting it in, it's not fun taking it out, but if you work with it a little bit, you can get the 14-inch MacBook Pro in there. It fits a lot easier in the main compartment, so if you want to do that to make it easier to get in and out, it'll fit in the main compartment as well. So that's it for the interior. It's just those three pockets: the laptop sleeve, the internal water bottle pocket, and the one zippered pocket on the back. I love the choice to keep the internal organization very minimal because that allows you to maximize the space space on the inside. What I have found is if you have a lot of internal pockets and stretch pockets and all those things, you kind of want to put gear into those pockets, and everything tends to crowd the main compartment, so making it harder to carry larger items like a camera or lens or larger headphones and things of that nature. So I love the decision here to keep it very minimal. Now when we get to the exterior of this bag, the primary material is a 210D Axle Flux ripstop nylon. Now I believe that that's a special alpaca material, but to be honest with you, I couldn't really tell much of a difference between the Axle Flux and other 210D ripstop nylons and polyesters that I've tested in the past. Like those other 210Ds that I've used, this is going to be very resistant to pet hair and dust. If you do get something on your bag, it's going to be cleaned off very easy because of the smoothness of the material. It's not a lint magnet for sure, and as a dog dad of 5, that is a huge plus in my book. Now when it comes to the zippers in the bag, inside and out, they're all going to be YKK, and of course YKK zippers are regarded to be some of the best in the industry. Now on the exterior, you do have AquaGuard zippers there. It's going to give you a little bit extra protection. The ones on the inside are just regular YKK zippers, so you have AquaGuard here and on the main compartment, but strangely you don't have AquaGuard on the back pocket here. So curious decision. I've seen something similar on the ALPAKA Flight Sling, which I previously reviewed. So overall, with the combination of the 210D material and the AquaGuard zippers here on the main and the front compartment, it's going to give you a fair amount of weather resistance. This isn't a bag I would want to get caught in a downpour with, but it should buy you enough time to get to a dry place. So on the front of this bag, you have this huge zipper compartment, which is great for larger items. And on the inside there, they chose to divide it up here by a single gusset. So you have two equally large 50-50 split pockets on the front. I love the decision here to go with the 50-50 split. Because of the size of these pockets, you can really fit some larger gear in here. It has a decent amount of volume to itself, so you're not eating into the main compartment. So I really like that aspect of it. So if you're out using this as a day bag, you can fit some over-the-ear headphones, you can fit a small camera, you can fit other large bulky things in there and not have to worry about being bombarded down by smaller pockets, stretch pockets, pin pockets, things like that that kind of hinder spaces like this, in my opinion. You do have a sewn-in key leash here with some nice premium webbing. This is their MagLock system here, and it kind of pops off. And so you attach this part to your keys, and then whenever you want to reattach your keys to your bag, you just slap it on. But the thing I don't understand about, in specific about this type of connector, is it doesn't match up with their hub system. And I'm all in on the hub system. I use the hub rail, I use the ID badge holder every day for work. So many different items that I use with the hub system, but the hub system magnets aren't compatible with these specific mag locks that they're using in their bags. This is something that I previously called out in my Flight Sling review. It's not a huge deal, but you would think that both being made by Alpaca, you could easily integrate like the card holder sleeve from the Alpaca hub system into your bag, but that's just not the case. It's just two different ecosystems entirely, even though it's the same company. On the side of the bag, you have an external water bottle pocket that expands there with the zipper. I like that. You can zip it up and keep it sleek and clean and out of the way when not in use, but when you need it, you can easily expand it out. It does have this elastic bungee cord so you can secure your bottle once you load it in. So if you're swinging this bag around from the front to the back, you don't lose your water bottle pocket. Now on the opposite side, you have an umbrella pocket, and the reason it's an umbrella pocket is because it has mesh down at the bottom, so if you were to stuff this with a wet umbrella, it can easily dry out and drain out from the bottom there. So umbrella pocket, water bottle pocket. Now on the back side of the bag, you have that luggage pass-through that it also doubles as a grab handle. At least that's how I've been using it, as a grab handle to help maneuver this bag. And behind there, you have what I like to call the security pocket, a great place to store passports, wallets, things you want to keep closer to the body. Now there's no additional pockets or organization in there, and it's a very good size. So if you're traveling with a family and you have to carry, 3-4 passports at a time, wallets, it will easily fit down in there. Now when it comes to the strap for this bag, I think Alpaca did a great job here. You have a 1.5 inch strap, so it's nice, plenty wide to distribute the weight. It's also that softer twill material, kind of similar to what you would find on the seatbelt. Very nice and very premium. It's very soft, so it makes it very easy to maneuver this bag around. You also have a padded shoulder strap included. It is also removable in case you don't want it. And attaching this very nice strap to the bag is the MagLock system here. Again, I believe that's an Alpaca proprietary system, but to detach the strap, you just push the button and slide down and your strap is off. And you can easily just snap it back in. Very quick to get this strap on and off. Now this is a closed loop system, but you still have a web keeper here on this side to keep all the dangle nicely managed. I want to take a quick moment to talk about the strap's length and how to adjust it. I've watched several reviews on YouTube where they claim that this strap is just too big. It's not meant for smaller people, and this strap only suits larger people, which is not true. I even saw this Reddit post right here, again claiming that this strap was made for gargantuan people, and that is simply just not true. So there is a specific way to adjust this strap. So here's the trick to adjusting the strap, and I promise you, you can cinch the strap all the way down. I managed to cinch the strap all the way down so tight that I turned this big satchel into a chest sling. So when you get the bag, when the bag arrives, you're gonna find this aluminum adjustment buckle. Now, when you try to shorten the strap, you're gonna do this number here, and then it's gonna hit the adjustment pad. And that's where people are saying, oh look, I have all this excess dangle, I can't adjust the strap anymore. And that's really just not the case. The trick is you take this aluminum adjustment buckle here and you slide it under the shoulder pad. Once you slide it under the shoulder pad, pull it out through the other side. Now, once it's on the other side, you can continue to shorten the strap by just pulling on it, and you can really cinch it down. Then you do end up with this excess material here. Now, with this excess material, you just fish it through the other side. Now, I will tell you, this webbing is extremely stiff and it's not fun to adjust. But just take your time and feed it through the adjusters, and I promise you, you can get it to your desired length. So let me cinch this strap all the way down for you. So here it is, a strap adjusted to the smallest possible position. And as you can see, it rides quite high at this position. Now it's almost like a chest sling at this point. Now I don't think the bag's meant to be carried this way, but of course if you're shorter, smaller, thinner, you can easily adjust it to your desired length. So again, I only bring this up because I saw several YouTube reviews that called out the strap being too big. And again, that specific Reddit rant where they also said that this strap was made for gargantuans. It's not. Just take a little bit of time to figure out how to adjust it. And I think this is one of the benefits of me actually testing the gear. I can give you some real world feedback. Now, if I just unboxed this and did a tabletop review without ever using this bag, I probably would have said the same thing. But after several months of using it, I was able to dial it in the way I need it, and you can too. Now, when it comes to this bag's comfort, the well padded shoulder strap, the 1.5 inch strap that helps you distribute the weight across this bag, because you can carry computer, camera gear, it can get a little heavy, but because of these components, I think that this bag carries quite comfortably. And since it is a satchel, it kind of carries a little bit lower, a little bit off to the side. So in my opinion, even fully loaded, this bag is extremely comfortable to carry for extended periods of time. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw the tech specs for you up on the screen. Please feel free to give that a pause if you want to get a better look at any of those numbers. So like I mentioned, at 11 liter capacity, I think it's a tight 11 liters, but this is plenty of space for you to carry all your in-flight essentials, your daily essentials. To me, this is the perfect size for a bag in this form factor. Now, currently at the time of filming, this bag is available in two colors, olive and the black that I have for you right here. Now, again, at the time of filming, this bag retails for $119. Now, in my personal opinion, when you're looking at the materials, the build quality, the layout, the function, the form factor, everything rolled into one with the aesthetics, I think that this bag is well worth the asking price at $119. Now, of course, Alpaca always runs sales. They have promo codes. I think I might actually have a promo code. So check the description down below. If I have a promo code, I'll definitely put it in the description. But there's opportunities to save on this bag. But if you do pay full retail price, I don't think you're gonna be upset once the bag is in your hand. Now, when it comes to some things I really enjoyed about this bag, number one for me is gonna be the overall layout and organization of this bag. I thought that everything that was put on this bag was very thoughtful. We have the larger 50-50 split pocket of the front. You have that hidden pocket on the back, water bottle pocket, umbrella pocket. Then when you get to the inside, very minimal, 3 pockets, that's it, allowing you to maximize the space. So I really enjoyed the functionality of the way this bag was laid out. And I like that Alpaca didn't choose to bombard this with lots of little stretchy pockets, pin pockets, and things that I don't really use when I'm actually out traveling and using this bag every day. Now, something else I really enjoyed about this bag is the overall aesthetic of it. It's very clean and sleek, and it's not attention grabbing. So when I travel, I don't like like to draw attention to my belongings and to my bag, and I think that Alpaca did a really good job here in creating something that is very nice looking without calling out a lot of attention to yourself when you're traveling. The choice of going with paracord zipper pulls here reduces the jangle, reducing the noise of the bag, and when this bag is fully packed out, it doesn't look absurd. It has a nice shape to the bag. Again, the overall aesthetic of this bag is very appealing to me, and I think that this is one of the best looking bags in Alpaca's current lineup. Now for some things that I didn't like about the Alpaca Flight Satchel, number one for me is going to be the main compartment access. What I mean by that, especially when you're trying to retrieve your laptop, it felt a little tight, felt a little snug. I wish that the zippers could come out a little bit further. You've seen that sometimes in some tote bags where the zipper track runs out further than the bag. I know that that would probably kill the aesthetics, but the reason they do that is to make this opening very big and very wide so you can get to your stuff in and out. So if you're accessing your 13-inch laptop or your 13-inch iPad Pro, I found that this very, very tight to get that device in and out. Now don't get me wrong, you'll be able to get your 13-inch iPad Pro or your MacBook Air in and out of there, but it just felt a little snug sometimes because of where the zippers stopped on the sides here. I just wish they came out a little bit further. And one more thing I wish was done a little bit different is the shoulder strap itself. While I love that it is detachable, it is not replaceable with another strap. You're tied into the MagLock system here. So if this strap doesn't work for you, there's no way to add an additional strap of your choice, even though that this strap is removable. Now, fortunately for me, this shoulder strap is actually very comfortable, but what I've learned from speaking to so many of you, that this is very subjective, and this is the thing that can be easily replaced on so many sling bags, messenger bags, to help dial in comfort for your specific needs. Now, sadly, while this strap is removable, you will not be able to replace it to whatever your personal favorite strap is here. You're stuck with the MagLock strap. Now, when it comes to loading this back out at 11-liter capacity, it's gonna fit quite a bit of gear in my opinion. These large front pockets here are so large that you can actually fit a pair of over-the-ear headphones in them right down in the inside. So those are my foldable XM6 Sony headphones, and they fit easily in that front pocket. So if you want quick access to your headphones on the outside, you can easily achieve it there. And you can see, man, there's so much more room there for larger headphones as well, as long as they fold them. So this front pocket's where I kept my quick access essentials, and of course headphones being one. And on this pocket here, you have your key leash. While I don't like this particular magnet system that they're using here, I keep my keys on a carabiner and they easily clip down in there. Now, some other items I want quick access to on my flight are gonna be my eye mask, some disposable earplugs for them crying babies, and something else I want quick access to is my portable power bank. I talked about this last week's video, but this one is the P73 from Iniu. It has a kickstand on the back, it has MagSafe, Qi 2 charging at 15 watts, but if you want to charge a lot faster at 45 watts, you can switch over to a wired connection here with the two USB-C ports. And of course, the clever thing about this is the carry lanyard is the USB-C cable you would need to charge your device. And it being MagSafe, you can still slap this onto your phone and easily plug in to your phone like that. So again, 15 watts Qi 2 charging or go wired for 45 watts. Now this particular power bank is 10,000 watt milliamps, so it should be able to charge your large iPhone at least 1.5 times in my experience. If you want to know more about this particular power bank, of course, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below. Now this gusset here that you see that split the pocket, this is where I chose to put my pen and my Wuben G5 flashlight. Again, I always travel with the flashlight. I use this gusset here to clip in my pen and flashlight there, utilize that little gusset. And that's all I really kept for quick access items on the outside. So on the inside laptop compartment, like Alpaca's website says, it's made for a 13-inch MacBook Air, nothing bigger. Now my actual device is a 14-inch MacBook Pro. Now, like I said earlier, you can actually get it into this compartment, but it's not fun. It's very tight and it rubs against the zippers on the side. But if you can get it down in there, and there it is. My 14-inch MacBook Pro fits down in there, but you ride the zippers on the way down. So something to keep in mind. If you're carrying the 13-inch MacBook Air, you're gonna have a lot better time. So go getting that MacBook out, 14-inch again, riding against the zippers here at the side. So again, possible, but not ideal. Now I have a 3D print of a 13-inch MacBook Air, and you can see that you have way more clearance to get that MacBook Air in and secured. So of course, I'm very sad that my 14-inch MacBook Pro doesn't slide in as easy. A little bit more room would have been great for those 14-inch MacBook Pro users. So on this side is where you have that internal water bottle pocket. Now I'm not a fan of keeping a water bottle in the inside there, but because of the long length of that pocket, it was actually a great place to keep your sunglasses. And I like that a lot because I knew exactly where my sunglasses were. They're long and they stay in that pocket very nice and out of the way, and they're almost kind of protected. Now overall, this bag does have a little bit of padding. It's not the most secure, but again, nice place to keep your sunglasses and you know exactly where they're at all times. Now on the backside pocket here is where I chose to keep my Moleskine Notebook and some of my other in-flight essentials that I might need when flying. And I have, of course, a snack, some tissues, some chewing gum would all fit in there, and of course some hand sanitizer, eye drops, and chapsticks, kind of just all jumbled in there. Now there is no internal organization in that zippered pocket, so everything just kind of mashes together. So that could be a downside, but for me, these are items that I don't always reach for. So having the extra second to look for something in that pocket wasn't that big of a deal. And honestly, if you wanted something a little quicker access, you can easily move any of these items to the front pockets. Now, as you can see, the inside space is starting to fill up now that we're utilizing all those pockets. The only other thing that I would carry is my Filip Raboch admin pouch. And in here is where it's gonna carry my Magic Mouse, I have my brick charger, I have a pair of backup wired headphones, some cables. On this side, I have my MacBook charger and cable, and I have my Anker UFO 3-in-1 that will charge my phone, AirPods, and watch all at the same time. So the stuff that I normally carry when I travel. So I keep that all organized here in this pouch from Filip Raboch, my favorite admin pouch ever, and it will fit down into the main compartment very easy. And I still have plenty of room on this side if I wanted to carry some other items as well. But for me, that's pretty much all I carry for my in-flight essentials. And of course, in that backside pocket, that's a great place to put your passport and wallet. I have my Wayfinder passport holder here. Great place to put that. And I have my card holder from Evergoods, a nice magnetic wallet. I have a future video coming on this, so stay tuned for that. Easily fits with plenty of room to spare. Like I said, if you're traveling with a family, you can easily fit 4 or 5 passports in there with no problem. So on this side, you have that umbrella pocket here. So I have a small travel umbrella, and you can see it fits perfect down into that pocket. A nice place to carry an umbrella. Even if you're in a place like I am in Texas where it's hot and sunny, this is a great option to provide you for some shade. But of course, if you're traveling to a rainy area, that is a huge plus that it has that pocket with the drain hole down at the bottom. And on the opposite side, you have that expandable water bottle pocket. And this is my 20-ounce MiiR, so you do have to use a slimmer bottle when you're utilizing this pocket. And this is the slimmest bottle I have, the 20-ounce MiiR, but it fit great down in there. And then it has that elastic bungee there to secure the top. So when you're swinging this bag around from the front to the back or just walking, you're not gonna lose your water bottle. Now for some final thoughts on the ALPAKA Flight Satchel. At $119, I think this is a slam dunk, a home run of a bag. It has a good blend of organization, a lot of quick access pockets to access your things on the outside, minimal on the inside so you can maximize the space. Again, that's not something that I typically see from ALPAKA. I usually see a lot of pockets that don't have a lot of use. So great to see that on this bag. I really found myself enjoying this bag, wanting to reach for this bag. Now you're talking to somebody with 100+ different options to use as a personal item, and I found myself gravitating toward this one every single time. I love the addition of the luggage pass-through here, so if you're somebody who travels with a roller, you can easily rest this bag on top. Now me personally, I like to throw my travel backpack up in the overhead, and this was the perfect size bag to keep with me in my seat. I think that some of the claims made against this strap's length being too big by some other YouTube reviews and Reddit posts are false. I demonstrated for you here today how you can cinch this strap all the way down. So if you're somebody who's shorter and thinner, fear not, the strap will adjust to your size. Pay no mind to those other claims about the strap being too big. I think that was more user error than facts. All in all, this has quickly become my favorite ALPAKA bag. But of course, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about the Flight Satchel? What are some features you really enjoy? What are some features you like? But of course, tell me what are some features you would like to see on future versions of this bag. Now, if you have any more questions about this bag, please put them down in the comments below. I respond to every single comment. The goal of this channel is to always help you find the right gear for you. Now, if you made it this far into this video, thank you so much for sticking around to the end. A special shout out to ALPAKA for sending this bag out for me to test and review. Now, if you found any value in today's video or you want to see some more videos like this, please consider hitting like and subscribe, as that directly supports me and the channel. Again, thanks for supporting today's video, and I hope I can see you on my next one.